Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, YouTube. This is your boy Deathstrike coming to you with another episode of Kaiju number 8. And today we're going to be discussing episode 21, man. It's been a couple of days. It's been about, more than a week since I made my last chapter review, read along. So, today we're going to get through it, man. We're going to try to catch up. Time is ticking. I can easily do it at my own pace, but I really want to catch up to the most recent chapter, which is, I think, is chapter 58. When I look at on Shonen Jump, when you look at the chapters, chapter 58, because once you get to chapter 58, then I can theorize more, right? I mean, I can always throw ideas in there about what I think is happening, but some people may say, "Oh man, he must have saw what's going to happen in the future." So any of my theories, really, they can be easily debunked, right? So I can theorize and throw ideas in there and say what I think is gonna happen, but easily somebody can say, "Oh, well, he knows what's gonna happen." So we don't want that. We want to make it to chapter 58, and from there, the most recent chapter, and then we can really theorize and really start brainstorming about what is it that is gonna happen next, which is the best part, right? Which is the best part of mangas and animes, is brainstorming and thinking, "Oh man, what is this? What's this?" I mean, it's been a busy week, man, and if you've been following, you've been following the community, it's been a big week for Shonen Jump, big week for One Piece in general. So that really took me away from Kaiju number 8. So I want to apologize for the Kaiju fans. If you're not a One Piece fan, I had to drop a couple of One Piece videos here and there, but this is what we do, man. So anyway, let me set up the chapter here, and we're gonna start with chapter 21. And as always, by Naoya Matsumoto, and the chapter, no names, but it starts off, we left up in chapter 20 when Kafka was fighting, man, I'm only like 20 chapters in. I have to remember the names of the characters very much, and it's not like, but it was the vice captain. The vice captain, he was fighting him. He pulled out his two blades, and he went, they went at it. Kafka was able to, restrain himself, and then at the end disappear and got away from the vice captain. I don't know if the vice captain sort of felt like he wasn't fighting back, and he didn't want to go full blade on him. But I mean, he looked like he had intentions of killing him. But it feels like he was holding. I kind of felt like he was holding back a little. So we'll see what happens from there. So we start the chapter off with Kikoro here, and she's sitting down on top of the monster. We see severed limb has dissipated, collection failed, search party organized. Kaiju number 8, Kafka Hibino. Seeing him change in front of me reminded me of what he is. Is he someone I can trust? And right when she says this, Kafka pops up. "Hey, I'm back. Sorry for making you worry. Excuse me, I wasn't worried, but I do have some choice words for you." You see Kafka, he's beat up there. He's falling. She comes, she holds him up, and he says, "Sorry, I let it get away, the thing that hurt you. Not like it matters to me. I'll just kill it myself." "Hold on. Where do you think you're going in that state? Ichikawa and Iharu are hurt bad. I need to get to them." "Get to them and do what, pray tell?" "I'm positive they're fine. The Defense Force has been developing spin-off technology from kaiju powers, even tech utilizing their restorative abilities. I'm speaking from first-hand experience, so you know what I'm saying is right, don't you?" "Yes, ma'am." 32-year-old being lectured by a teenager. "Never mind that. You need to worry about yourself. Not only did the officer spot you, you ran into Vice Captain Hoshina himself." So that's his name, Hoshina. "I wouldn't be surprised if he's caught on to you by now. It's rare to see you in a slump." "Was it that strong, Kaiju number 8? Yeah, geez, yeah. Would catch me at my least dignifying moment. I better snap a shot for posterity. Quit it. I think we have a Daikaiju on our hands. That would make it the first emergence since the Fuoka case from 5 years ago. Yeah, luckily number 8 hasn't claimed any lives over the past few months. Doesn't seem like the type to attack people indiscriminately. Yeah, wait, something's not right. Why did number 8 opt to break my weapon instead of attacking me? Now that I think of it, his movements and reactions all struck me as kind of off. It felt less like I was fighting a kaiju and more like I was fighting a human. I'll take over from here. You rest. No matter the type, every kaiju must be neutralized. So that's Mina. Something must have happened where like to her, kaiju's are kaiju, no matter what. They're kaiju. Good or bad, or they have to be neutralized. So it's a way, and you can see it in their eyes where there's no thinking about it. It's a kaiju's a kaiju. Well, the guy that I think is evil is gonna end up knowing more than I suspect in the end. I mean, that's from me personally. That's my opinion, but who knows? He's sort of like trying to rationalize it. Like, why was it? Why was it? His fighting style was more human than kaiju, right? Yeah, that's right. Roger, Captain, Vice Captain. Hey, Violent Control. Karuga. So what's up? Sorry, sir. I just received some concerning intel from Furuharashi and Ichigawa. Their attacker seems to be the humanoid kaiju that was seen on the testing grounds. But when they found the kaiju, it was apparently in human form. A kaiju that can transform into a human? Now on to other news. In addition to the kaiju appearance in Sagahara City yesterday, sometime before dawn, there are also reports of a humanoid kaiju sighted on the scene, and investigation is underway. It's Vice Captain Hoshina. We would like it if you gentlemen could share some details about the missing worker here. Photos of his face, for example, and if they were taken from a variety of angles, that would greatly benefit our search. So is he all right? Could you tell us anything you might know? Any matter currently under investigation is classified. So they're starting to get an idea. So this is like first finding out that there's a humanoid and they can turn to humans. So they're like, what? But we could appreciate your cooperation. Is this really the right way to handle this? A kaiju that can transform into a human might be roaming wild, and we're withholding that information from the public. It's a decision from the brass Eastern Command, so our hands are tied. Plus, I can see their reasoning. Death and missing persons report have remained stable, while that thing has been sneaking around as a human. We can assume it won't do anything that'll draw attention to itself while it's in hiding. They'll probably figure it'd be a liability to stir the pot by going public with the news. That's not all, though. If no one knows who's a kaiju, it'll cause a widespread doubt among the masses. People will panic and start killing people with passing resemblance, inciting harassment, and even rioting. The most we can do is make sure we find this thing ASAP. And then we have a picture of the guy here. And finally, it's still is weird though. Why would a kaiju in human clothing exist as a person with a family registry? What the hell is going on here? Hey, out of the way. The hell are you doing in the middle of the road? Hey, you listen. Hey, you listening, but move it or lose it. What? I better not. Standing out even more wouldn't be a good thing. Good idol. But I should change my face. I should change my face just to be safe. Hey, now was. Hey, now what? What are you gawking at? Okay, so he was thinking that the guy had like a family registry, and now we know that this guy can change faces, huh? And he pops up here. This this just in the wake of the recent incident, the Defense Force has deemed the humanoid kaiju sighted at the testing grounds in Sagarama as a long-term neutralization target. Kaiju Kanji Nagame, age 34, and lives alone, huh? I'm in luck. Registered with the code name Kaiju number 9. How should I kill Kaiju number 8? So this is Kaiju number 9. So he was turned right after? Interesting. How should I kill Kaiju number 8? Whoops. Need to keep my head on straight. Guess I better lie low again till I get settled in my new skin. All right, guys, that's the end of the chapter there. Um, and we see that now they're starting to put the pieces together with Kaiju number 8, and this reminds me of like I think Attack on Titan, right? Where Attack on Titan, I think Attack on Titan, and I mentioned it in one of the like streams that when they were talking about the something like 8 meter or blah 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 tall kaiju. This reminds me of like sort of Attack on Titan, because in Attack on Titan that's like the idea, right, where the main character was sort of like was the threat to humanity, right? The main character, his powers were what was the threat to humanity and what they wanted to neutralize. Well, here is the same. Where now, like in Attack on Titan, they finally realized that there were humans that could turn into Titans. So here's similar. There are humans that can turn into kaiju. So it's like everything is like sort of like starting to, the plot is sort of starting to like make sense, where they finally like that there's humans that could turn into kaiju, and now it's gonna like delve deeper into it. Now we know this kaiju, he's number 9, so he was definitely after Kafka. So he turned after Kafka. And surprised, because when we was reading the thing, it never said that another, or maybe it did. It never said that another kaiju popped up that disappeared. They mentioned kaiju number 8 had popped up and disappeared, but they never mentioned kaiju number 9 had popped up, disappeared, unless they're counting him as number 9 now because he popped up. So he might be number 9 now because he's a humanoid. So now that his appearance popped up, now maybe that's kaiju number 9 because he's strong. So that's where we're moving on from here. We'll discuss more in chapter 22, and we're gonna finish up here, guys. I'll see you next time on a read along of chapter 22, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time. One more thing, guys, don't forget, make sure you press the like button, make sure you subscribe. That helps, gives me a good idea if this is actually good content and we should continue with Kaiju number 8. Or maybe Kaiju number 8 is not picking up as much steam as it should be, and then I may have to switch over to doing my read along of maybe Jujutsu Kaisen or maybe Monstrous. Maybe I'm trying to really catch up to this before I even start delving into Monstrous or Jujutsu Kaisen. So we'll see how that goes. But thanks again, guys. See you next time.